Gemini, welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the 23rd to the 29th of January. Did you see your mid-January readings as well, which I did, where we went to the world chakra system, the human chakra system, the earth, or your aura energy, and also the tarot reading. We're going to be doing a similar thing today. We're going to be going into your chakras and your aura, and then obviously pulling some cards for this week here. It's been absolutely amazing, the readings. I'm really looking forward to yours. How you been, Gemini? Good to have you here. Okay, let's just see what's going on in your root chakra here. Very, very balanced here. I think this is the week where almost things, it seems like things kind of go set. It's very, very balanced. Very, very balanced. I think it's the most balanced of all the signs I've seen. The root chakra, it appears to be that it's blatantly obvious to you what you should be doing this week. Okay, let's just see what's going on with your sacrum. Okay, so in your sacrum, it's not too bad, pretty good. It's not there's more energy on the left hand side, so it's more to do with administration, money and stuff like that. It could be sort of like to do with your fixed situation in regards to where you're living, or what you're doing, your routine, a little bit like that. It might be a little bit that might be needed a little bit of examination, just so you don't miss out on the things you enjoy. I think that's better than it's been in the past, to be honest. And it seems to like maybe you're in the process of readjusting that sort of work play ethic within our lives. It's very nice. It's very nice. Just something to keep an eye on more than anything else. Let's just see what's going on your solar plexus. Okay, this is where it's all happening. This is where it's all happening. I love it when a plan comes together. That's what that solar plexus is all about. I've got to have a look at the heart because they're so connected. Right, okay. So, as I said, obviously this is a general reading, but you seem to know where you're going with that root chakra. You seem to think that plans are in place, and it's just a case of doing 1, 2, 3, done sort of scenario, and you're looking forward to enjoying that. Done. Right, okay, 1, 2, that whole sort of thing of actually going ahead and doing it. That's really nice, and it's picked up your solar plexus, and you've got the backup from those extra petals now that are really starting to take the same shape as the solar plexus. It's a really beautiful vibration here. You should be installing a lot of confidence in you, or certainly, if nothing else, a lot of courage within you to just go ahead and do things. And then if we look at the heart chakra is full. There is a lot of emotions in there, some of them old emotions. It seems to be a lot of there seems to be aspects of old emotions that probably need to be evacuated or just to let go of. Simply, may not even need to be expressed. Just a case of kind of going, oh, that's done, okay, that's finished. And but there is a lot of emotions in you, but there is also growth around the heart, where it's the heart gets, when you get very sociable, the edge of the petals of the heart, just they're sort of like going, they're buzzing. There's a lot of them. It's like little tea leaves that are shooting at the top of the bushes, and they go around and collect pretty much every sort of like 1, 2, 4, 5, 1, 2, 4 or 8 days, and they collect them off, and it's like these new shoots that are coming out of your heart at the moment, which is converting those emotions into physical scenarios within your life that is concerned with the heart. And the solar plexus is beautifully positioned because the heart is like a disc that goes around us, and as it goes like that, the solar plexus comes out, and it almost is like a record player. That's the record, and this is the needle. and the solar plexus measures as it goes in. The heart sort of droops and drops away. As it goes out, it makes the end of the petals go and tingle. It's a little bit like, have you ever done it? I could do it with my thing, I think. Oh no, can I do it with that? Do you know when you do that? Hang on a second. Did you get that? We've all done it at school with a ruler. That was a really bad experiment, wasn't it? You could do it with a ruler. You know, you used to do it at school. You go ding, ring, and ding, 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 ding. You can make it go up and down, sort of thing. Is that really loud on the sound? Sorry about that. But yeah, it's that's what's sort of happening for you at the moment. So your solar plexus, we'll get back to that. The solar plexus is really nicely, so it's making it tingle your heart at the moment, converting your passions into beautiful plans for the future, which is really good. Let's just have a look on your... Okay, so the third eye is definitely... We're looking at the third eye and the throat chakra now. The third eye is definitely larger than the throat chakra. So it's a case of working out things, the logic of situations, the how to do it. Did I just call you Sagittarius? I think I did. I do apologize, Gemini. You may well be connected to a Sagittarian. Yeah, you may well be connected to a Sagittarian. It'd be good though. Sagittarians and Gemini are absolutely brilliant. They work really well together, actually, more often than not. You know, Gemini has got that air at the top and the fire at their base. And Sagittarius has got that fire at the top and their air at the base. And you're both force signs like Capricorn and Cancer as well. Those sort of two signs there. You've got the pure signs, which is, you know, Pisces and Aries. Sorry. And then you have the other two pure signs, which is Virgo and Libra. That they're opposite each other, and then you've got the full signs, which are also opposite each other, like that. So you're part of that. So maybe Sagittarian plays into it. But anyway, Gemini, back to you. It's because I did that experiment. Anyway, you've got more going on there. So there's a bit of calculation of how you put into place this passion for life, maybe through your heart. A bit of logic to the emotions. It's not emotions that we deal with up here. Up here is third eye is all to do with logical sort of scenarios. And it is the emotions that we feel, because we don't actually feel anything in our brains. You know, that's why all the nerves go from your brain, because they're seeking out that information, those thoughts, which are emotionally driven. So it's giving a little bit of logic of how to get to where you are in life, and the how to do it, basically. It seems pretty obvious to me with that solar plexus and that heart chakra as well, because the solar plexus is so well developed. I've still got that Sagittarian thing coming into my head there. Is there something going on with you and a Sagittarian? I don't know. Let me just clear that out. Let me just reconnect here. Just sort of clear things out. There we go. Lovely. Thank you very much. Okay, Gemini. So yeah, so you may have be applying a little bit of logic, maybe because it's that physical construction of putting things into place where you've got this most perfect root chakra situation going on, where it's like, yeah, this is really concrete and this is how we should do it, and it will allow me to experience this. Let's get passionate about it. That's a sort of sequencing. So it comes from you know, there's almost like an interaction between the third eye and the root, and then you have the heart and the solar plexus as well, with the throat and the sacrum playing together nicely, as it were. Let's just see what's going on in your crown then. There is no doubt. It's fixed within you. You know. It seems to be, it's the most geometrically perfectly shaped crown that I've seen in the week, in the readings this week. So yeah, it's already decided, it's there, it's done. It should be really clear within you. It's now how you apply it all, and apply, you know, I think it's more how you allow your heart to dance. Let's say like that. Let's see what's going on in your aura. You remember I said in the heart there's some emotions from the past and stuff like that. We can see that on the outside of the aura. I think there's just things you just need to let go of. Sometimes there's not a solution to be had. So I would, the best way to out-train that within you is to have a little bit of meditation in the evening, where you sit down and you see what sort of emotions you were thinking about according to the situations. So you avoid that perpetual conflict with, could be with a situation or with someone that you're having within you, that basically you're just constantly, you know, smacking yourself on the head. Stop it. So I think you realize that now. I think that is that realization of, you know, and because they're fading, and it's almost as if sort of say, yeah, done and dusted, dead and over with, you know, sort of scenario. So what you could do is, within that meditation, you could notice where you've had that conflictual sort of scenario, and you can sort of say, bring me back that emotion, bring me back that thought. There's no point that I think like that. And you avoid yourself from smacking yourself on the head the next day. And once you start avoiding yourself, then it becomes a habit. So then you stop hitting yourself over the head. So I would do that within your meditation. Okay, let's just see what's going on your tarot reading this week. Let's just see what's happening here. Here we go with the overall energies for you. There's music. There's, yes, it's like a party in a way. And I was going to say it's coming on fast. You might well have heard that, but you've got to go through that door. I think you know that. I think you're going through it. Actually, at the moment, and it's a relief in a way to you. It may have been a little bit, you might have been a little bit worried about doing it, worried about going through that sort of loop, or going through that door or whatever, going through that new portal and stuff like that. It may have caused you angst in the past, but if I remember rightly, we were talking in December about there's a possible complete change of direction for you, and this could well be connected to that. That may have happened over sort of the last sort of 2 or 3 months. But here is a case of, yeah, it's just got to go ahead and do it. Go through that door. Go through that door. It's completely new cycle for you. This is the planting of a new seed. So you plant one seed, then it produces loads of fruit when you harvest. And then all of a sudden you've got loads of seeds from one seed. And this is what, it's a case of, you know it, and you know now how to do it. And I think this is what's going to be flowing through you this week. I think the self-realization, really beautiful realizations for you, will bring you into a complete and utter harmony with yourself. Let's just see what the karmic message is on your relationship side. This is the letting go, I think. There is a certain aspect of sort of kind of going, it is what it is. Don't worry about it. You know, I'm opening up to lots of different things. So getting out of your head slowly, or not even slowly, I think you're there. You're out of your head and you're into your heart, and it's like sort of saying within your relationships, kind of saying, oh, I'm going to stop beating myself up with this. Yeah, there's a lot of confidence within you. As I was saying, with that solar plexus, look at that, the Queen of Pentacles. She has got that beautiful wry smile on her face. She knows where she's going. She's sitting at the base of the tree of knowledge. She's got that pentacle within her hand. You've also got that single pentacle there on the Ace of Pentacles, or is it the page? That's the Ace of Pentacles, there in the overall energies. It's all about a very auspicious start of a journey. It's going to provide a lot for you, and I think you know this is it. And I think it's gradually building up that happiness within you, that feeling of freedom that is growing within you. Let's see how the divine plan is trying to influence this karmic message. Better to be one step ahead than to be pressed. So I think this is, you know, forewarned, forearmed sort of scenario. Yeah, looking at things in a different way. And I think this is where you can, being prepared, is looking at the way in which you are. This is more it than anything else. How you interact with the relationships with other people. This is how you perceive the world to be in regards to relationships that are around you. And this could be your partner, this could be your friends, family, your you know, even your neighbors and your community and stuff like that. Just, you know, the universe is just trying to ask you to sort of like enjoy that start of your heart opening up, so you can actually see a different world around you in regards to that side of your life. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence this karmic message. They're encouraging, I think they're encouraging that work, that play ethic as well, which we looked inside your sacrum as well, sort of saying you need to enjoy life a little bit more. I think they're encouraging this as well. They're almost as if like there's a lot of propositions coming your way. King of Cups. Did we not say anything about the King of Cups earlier on? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, they're giving you this sort of like, you know, you got the King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, a very good mixture between the two there. Earth and water, very fertile energies that are coming through you at the moment. I'm trying to picture where, so you've got Cancer that sort of comes through there, and you've got Taurus that comes through here, which has got that Earth which is coming into here, which is coming straight across there. So it's very concrete things you're actually doing. But on this side here, then you've got that, so that Cancer that comes here, so you've got a lot of emotions down on this sort of side, and playing onto this sort of side, this is where you've got that Earth as well, which is playing into it on there with Virgo. Another Virgo is going to be coming in there. Sorry, and you know, yeah, it's converting that seed. You've got very fertile land. I'll get back to it. Sorry, you might want to go on to the descriptions below. You'll see your flower. I was just trying to work it out in my head. I do apologize. Yeah, so that seed can be planted in very fertile land at the moment. This overall energy that's coming through you, this start of this journey, this almost like a realization, because you realize and you know you are almost, you're gonna win. You're gonna succeed in whatever you undertake. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence the conversation that is within you. They're avoiding complications here by realization. You know, when someone's lying to you, you're going to be able to feel it at the moment. I feel that you've got a very defined focus here. It's knocked me off my balance, really. It's quite mad. Gemini, what are you doing to me? But you've got this notion where you're going to be able to see through things, see through people in a way, and you're not going to call them out. I don't think you're like that, Gemini. I think you haven't got time to do that in a way. You're just going to have to let go. And I think this is where, you know, your guides here in the inner conversation, they're actually reminding you of this, and they're making you be able to see things really clearly. This is so mind-blowingly powerful. Gemini, King of Wands, you are going to become that leader. You've got this precision within you. You've got look at this for fertile land, seeing things in a different way, right? And then you've got earth and water. Okay, you've got the seed to plant it. All you need now is the heat from the sun, and that's where the King of Wands comes into play. They're giving you clear direction, and I would listen to them. This is what's coming up over the corner, around the corner for you. Wow. Beginning of March is going to be mind-blowing for you, I think. Mind-blowing. And you're not realizing it. You won't realize it yet. You may not be able to see it yet. I think you'll realize it even by the end of March. I think you'll start to realize it. Let's just see what's going on in your financial sort of side of life. Very constant. I think you tend to be very studious of your finances, you know, and very honest and fair, I think, more than not, and straight. And yeah, I think it's a value that is going to be valued a lot within your workspace, that aspect of you. And I would allow that aspect to come out a little bit more. And this is where maybe you need to call people out or just sort of hold the line in a way. Lovers. Is this, you know, all round the wrong way? You've got a lot of emotions, sort of a lot of fire and money going on that side. But this, lovers, I think it's loving who you are. I think you've got to do this within your workspace now. Enjoy the person you are and how you interact with your job, with your career path, with your business, with your projects. Just really start loving what you do. Allow that heart to sort of grow. You know, let's see what the how the guides are trying to how the divine plan is trying to influence this karmic message. They're giving you the direction. They've given you the direction. Messiah's pointing to the door, but no one had the guts to leave the temple except for Gemini. Have the courage to follow your path. Sometimes that's quite difficult sometimes to do. You know. So you got the Knight of Wands on the left-hand side. So this is where they're giving you that sort of direction, that heads up and that sort of passion within your life, that rhythm that goes through it. It gives you that whole sort of scenario. Hang on a second, Gemini. I'll be with you in 2 seconds. My granddad was Gemini, so he'd understand all of this. Hang on a second. I'll be with you in 2 seconds. Yeah, do apologize about that. Yeah, so you've been given this direction. Now you've got the rhythm that's going there, and the divine universe is sort of saying, giving that passion to those lovers. So in order to you actually go ahead and do it, you know, you really get into being who you are and one with who you are. I think that's really important. Let's just see how your guides are trying to influence this karmic message. They're building stuff. It's like an emperor. It's like, it's really powerful as well, sort of saying, if you know who you are, then there's no messing about. You're going to do what you should do. As a Wheel of Fortune. Gemini. This is just amazing. You know who you are. You should stand by it. It's gonna propel you forward in this new direction that you went. That I think we went into about you in the beginning of December and November period. If you've been taking this new direction, it's gonna open up and change everything that is around you. It's going to make life a lot easier. To advance is going to make life a lot easier. And these guys here are asking you to be that person. And so is the divine plan. You know, let's just see what the conversation is within you. Sometimes there's more than one way to skin a cat. And I think, yes, you definitely got to stick true to who you are and what you desire and everything like that, and what you should be doing and how you do it, sticking true to your inner being. But there's also this idea of helping other people to understand. I think there's an aspect here where you're going to learn how to convey that that sort of scenario, that sort of energy, that knowing and that processing that you have within you. And I think that's that change of fortune. I think it's going to open up a lot of things within your business world in a very sociable aspect of life. Three of Wands, very sociable. Three of Wands basically is the old harbour master. People are going to come to see you, and things, you're going to go and see other people. There's going to be real sort of exchanges, not really going on a massive journey, because the harbour master doesn't do anything. It's the exchange that's happening at their feet, and it's the incoming waves from the outside world, and it's that eternal fire that is the land, on the land. So I think this sort of like here is gonna, your conversation inside you is helping you, encouraging you to push your boundaries within your workspace, in also in a very in an emotional sort of sense, and this is what falling in love with yourself is all about. See what the overall outcome is for you. It's just this massive smile on your face, a massive smile on your face, basically, Gemini. I think this is going to come out so Ace of Cups. Leading with your heart, allowing your heart to, let your heart be the gift for everybody around you. Or it could also well be a gift from the world, that you feel like you're gifted, and you're going to feel it in your heart, and you're going to feel so contented about who you are and why you've done the things you've done in your life, and being honest with yourself. And it's absolutely blinding, Gemini, absolutely blinding. I love it. I love it. I've opened up 5 spots for private readings that you find in the link in the description below for the next, once a week for the next two months. If you want to come for a private reading, please follow the link that's in the description below. Yeah, absolutely love it. Thank you very much for being with us, Gemini. Great reading. Absolutely brilliant reading. I'm blown away. Yeah. It's only left for me to say is life should be fun, and I know it's going to be fun, and I know you're going to enjoy.